Hello students, welcome to today's computer class, and today we are going to discuss how to get user input in Java programs. Till now, whatever programs we have done, if you remember, we were assigning values into a variable. For example, I am taking a program, sum of two numbers. So in that case, what we will do, first I am taking class addition, then public static void main string args. Fine. Now int a equals to 10. Suppose two numbers are 10 and 20 and b equals to 20. So till now what we were doing, we were assigning values into a variable. We were not taking user input during the or at the time of execution of program. Fine. So int s equals to a plus b, system dot out dot println s. Fine, very fine. This is also correct. But when you execute this program, what will be output? Output will always be 10 plus 20, 30. Isn't it? Value will always be 30. But if you want to execute the program, or not this, any program with different values, in that case, what will you do? Again, you will open the program and change the values. Instead of 10, 20, you will get 30, 40 and see the result. This is a simple program. I am talking about any general program, any program. So in that case, we need to change the values again and again, isn't it? Or is there any other way? Yes, there is another way, and that way is to get the user input at the time of execution of program. Instead of assigning the values inside the program, what we will do? We will take the user input at the time of execution of program. Fine. So we will not assign values inside the program. When we run the program, user will input. So how we will do that? There are different ways. Fine. You can use different classes, but we will use scanner class. So we will learn how to use scanner class. So by using scanner class, we will learn how to get the user input at the time of execution of program. Now, if you want to use any class, you cannot use it directly. See, these classes are placed in packages. What is a package? This is a new term for you all. Let me explain first package. So if you want to use any particular class or any class inside your program, then first for that we will understand package. What is a package? Package, you can say, it is a collection of pre-compiled classes. It is a collection of pre-compiled classes in package, or you can say of similar type. Collection of pre-compiled classes of similar type. Fine. So package, collection of classes. There are different types of packages like IO package, lang package, util package, net package. Fine. IO stands for input output package. Lang, language. Utility, util, utility, networking, and there are so many others packages also. Fine. So all these are packages, and inside these packages we have group of classes or collection of classes. Fine. Now if I want to use scanner class, I can't use directly. For that I need to import its package. First we will see scanner class. Scanner class is defined in which package? So I know that scanner class is defined in util package. Fine. So if you want to use scanner class, for that you need to import util package. Are you getting? So what is the way to import the util package? So the syntax is to import the util package. We will use import keyword. Import is a keyword. Java. This is a Java package. Java.util. Fine. Java.util. J small, U small. Now if I write star, what does it mean? Star means all files of util package are available and you can use those classes in your program. Fine. Star means all files are available for you. You can use those classes in your program. But if you want to use any particular class, for that you will mention, like if I want to use scanner class only, so I can write util.scanner. Fine. So first statement before the class will be import java.util.scanner. It means you are importing util package or scanner class of util package in your program. Now you can use the scanner class. Now the question arises, why we are using the scanner class? Why we want to import that? See, package is a group of classes and class is a, you can say, group of functions. So if you want to use any function of scanner class, in that case you need to import that. Fine. Package, group of classes, and class, group of function. So if you want to use any function of scanner class, then for that case you need to import it. Fine. And this is the way to import it. Likewise, if you want to use IO package, java.io.star. Fine. It depends upon your requirement. But java.lang, this is a default package. What does it mean, default package? It means whatever classes are present in lang package, you can use those classes directly without importing it. No need to import lang package. We can directly use the classes present in lang, like string class or integer class, character class. So we can use those classes in a program without importing the lang package. Why? Because this is a default package. Already automatically it is there. No need to import it. Fine. Now we will see what are the functions, what are the main functions of scanner which we are going to use in programs. Most common functions I am telling, like next. What is the use of next? It reads one word from the user. Now why we are using scanner? To get user input. So whatever user type or input into the computer, it will be read by these function. So next function क्या read करेगा? One word from the user. Suppose I enter Rahul Kumar. So it will not read Rahul Kumar because I have given space here, isn't it? So it will read only Rahul. Fine. So if I want to read Rahul Kumar whole or more words, then in that case, which function we will use? Next line. Next line. Fine. Without space. And L will be capital. Next line. Fine. It will read. It reads one line. One line or one text line. One text line you can write, or you can say more than. It is used to read more than one word. Right? So it can read more than one word, but next will read only one word. I hope it is clear. Now next int. So it will read integer from the user. Next long without space. Fine. Next long. Next long will read long value from the user. Similarly, next float. Next double. Fine. So these are the few functions of scanner. And we will use one more method. Next dot char at 0. Now what is the use of this function or method? Next dot char at 0. A will be capital. Char at 0. What is the use of this function? Next read one word, but this whole will read one character, and that will be of 0th position. Like I have written the word Rahul. So in this case, if you write next dot char at 0, it will read R. Because what is the character at 0th position? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the character at 0th position? R. So it will return character. It will return string. It will also return string because these are string only words. This will return integer, long, float, double. So these are the functions of scanner class. Now if you want to use these functions, for that you need to import scanner class. I hope it is clear. Now we will see a program, the same program we will make. Just now we have made program addition. In that we have used or we have assigned a value into a variable inside the program. But now we will see how can we use the scanner class in the same program. So let's make. So first statement will be import java.util.scanner. Fine. It means you are importing which package? Util package. And of util package we are importing the scanner class. Then after semicolon, then class. Same class I am taking addition. Class is addition. Fine. Now public static void main string args. Fine. Now we will not assign value. What we will do? We will create an object of scanner class. How we will create? Scanner obj equals to new scanner. This is the syntax. Scanner obj. Obj is a object equals to new. We will use new keyword. Whenever we want to create an object of any class, we will use new keyword. So this you can remember, scanner object name equals to new scanner, and in bracket we pass system.in. System.in. So this you need to remember. Fine. This will be same every time. Fine. Now we will enter the first number. So for first we will display the message system.out.print or println, enter first number. Fine. Enter first number. So message will be displayed. So after that you will enter any number like 10, 20, 30, any number when you run the program. So that number when you assign the value like 20, so that is integer. So how which function we will use to read that integer? Just now we have discussed few functions. So which function you will use to read that 20 value? 20 is integer. So which function we will use? Obj dot next int, because this is integer 10, 20. You will enter any value, any number. So how will you read that? Obj dot next int. Fine. Why obj? Because this is the method of which class? Scanner class. And how we will use this, or how we will invoke the method? By using its object. So by using its object name we are invoking the method, and through this method, what this method is doing, it will read the value which we will enter during the execution of program. Fine. So this is integer, so it will return you integer. So we will assign into a variable a, and a will be of which type? Int type. Fine. Similarly, we will again show a message system.out.println, enter second number. This is the message. Fine. Now again we will take another variable int b. Obj, either you define a and b here, or you can define here int a comma b. Fine. Both will be correct. Obj dot next int, the same way. Obj dot next int b equals to obj dot next int. So you have got two variables, two values in a variable. Obj dot next int will read the first value which we will enter, and this obj dot next int will read the second value which we will enter during the execution. So that will be assigned into a and b. Then we will calculate sum. So int s equals to a plus b. Fine. And then we will display system.out.println s, or if you want to display with message, sum equals to, within double quote. Okay, I am writing here, there is no space, that's why. Okay, system.out.print, you can write sum equals to, within inverted comma, then plus s. Fine. This is the closing of main function, and this is the closing of this class. So when you run this program, see, we have not assigned values into a variable. When you run this program, first it will ask you enter first number. When you run this program, it will ask you enter first number. So suppose you have entered 10. Then again it will show you message enter second number. Suppose you have given 20. So 10 will be assigned into A and 20 will be assigned into B. A plus B, 10 plus 20, 30. So sum is 30. And again when you execute again this program. So in that case, if you enter 40 first number, 50 second number, then it will show you 40 plus 50 90. So you can run this program with different values. Fine. Whenever you run the program, you can execute this program with different value. The values will not be fixed like in that case when you assign the value. In that case, the value will be fixed, isn't it? So I hope it is clear. I hope the concept is clear. We will practice more programs in the next videos. That's it in this video. Thank you so much.